Hey guys, welcome to Make Money Count. Today, I'm going to be talking about,
I know.
or we're going to be talking about a recent report that Equifax made that delinquencies are way up.
Crazy.
They're at the highest level since 2009.
Very worrisome.
Yeah, is what it said. So I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about credit and how credit works and what you can do to build your credit. But I thought we'd start with the delinquency report, which we're going to put on the screen for you. I mean, without going through it all, I mean, Ontario's pretty up there.
There were a few stats from the Equifax report that surprised me for sure.
Right.
Yeah. So, okay, what I liked about this report, first off, was that it broke out non-mortgage delinquencies and mortgage delinquencies. Right now, we're just looking at non-mortgage.
Correct. Yeah, this is everything but mortgages. So there's two charts that we see here. One is age. I don't think it's a surprise that the youngins are a little bit more delinquent in payments. There's a chart here that shows delinquency based on the city, like the highest cities with the highest year-over-year change. And Toronto's there, 14% year-over-year increase on delinquencies. But Ottawa's at 22%. It's crazy. I'm not really sure what differentiates the different cities, or you know what I mean? But
I also think that I thought it was really interesting that the bigger cities like Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, all have the highest growth rate of debt.
Right.
But Vancouver's almost 4% year-over-year growth rate in debt. Toronto's 3.5%. Montreal's 2.5%.
I mean, it makes sense, I guess. Edmonton, the houses are free, so it's like, you know,
I mean, not free for long. And then the fact that the delinquency rate change year-over-year is double digits everywhere should be concerning. I'm surprised Toronto's only at 14.
So am I.
When you kind of take into consideration all the other factors at play, like you'd think that the variables feeding into that end number would be rapid deterioration in housing prices, equity compression in the home, debt servicing rates increasing, and you're seeing Torontonians take on more debt, but you're not necessarily seeing that manifest itself in the year-over-year numbers, right?
Right.
Maybe that's because more debt is being provided to them.
Right.
And maybe because more debt isn't, let's take Edmonton, for example, the year-over-year change was 0.3%. Maybe the reason why the delinquency rate is at 18, which is one of the higher, or Ottawa for that matter, which is a 1% growth rate in debt. Maybe the reason why the delinquency rate is so high is because they weren't provided with more debt.
They're turning the taps off.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
So I thought that was really interesting. I like this Equifax report was really, they do it all the time.
Yeah, they do it once a quarter. There's also some other like information that most of the charts had mortgages stripped out of there. But I pulled
Talk to me about the mortgages.
Yeah,
now.
I pulled some information. So going back to this, 1.4 million consumers in Q1 across any debt missed a payment. So that's 1 in 22 people missed a payment in Q1, which seems like a lot. There's a lot of people.
Almost 5%.
Yeah, you have a room full of, 22 people and one of them's missing a payment.
Oh, it's not 5%.
No.
It's like,
no, not 5%.
It's like
2%. 0.5%.
1 in 22. Yeah, it's like 0.5%.
0.5%. Yeah. And then, so the mortgage delinquency rate rose from Q1 2024 by 71%.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Scary.
Yeah, it's totally scary. Totally scary. So that's the report. I have some other information. I mean, listen, what we do all day is look at credit reports, guide our clients on the best way to move forward with their credit situation and how to better their situation. So is this the part where you're falling asleep?
Not yet.
No falling asleep.
Not yet. I'm still interested.
Yeah. Okay. So I put together some other little facts. If we can go to the next slide there, Austin. So everyone always asks what affects my credit. So payment history, about 35%, utilization 30%, length of credit history. We'll talk about this later because I put that together some myths. But everyone always thinks like if you don't need a credit card, you should close it. Definitely not the case. Keep your longest ones as long as you can. Credit inquiries, obviously, if you're pulling your credit a whole bunch of times, that's not good. And then public records. And then if we can go to the next slide. So credit misconceptions. I was excited about this. I wrote this out myself. I copied and pasted a few of them from the internet. But so carrying balances helps your credit card. That's something I was told. Having a small balance on your credit card will help you, so on and so forth. Definitely not the case.
No, pay it every month.
Pay it off. Making minimum payments is enough. Also not okay.
Don't carry balances.
No, don't carry balances. Having multiple.
You didn't know that?
No, the carrying a balance thing. I knew that not just not making my minimum payments. I mean, if you ask the Visa about the $500 credit card I got when I was 18, there's a different story there. But yeah. And then having multiple credit cards hurts your credit. You should have a lot of trade lines. There shouldn't just be one or two credits or credit cards. I speak to people all the time who say like, I'm not really like a big credit person. I don't really want a lot of debt. That's a hindrance to your credit.
Be a good big credit person.
Yeah, be a good big credit person. I like that. Closing credit cards will help your score, like we said before. Making sure to keep those credit cards that you've had for a while open is going to help your credit score. And then, the misconception. Yeah, don't take a credit card increase because you don't want too much debt available. Every time I get an email about a credit card increase, I'm taking it. Well, anytime. Okay?
The only reason why you may not want to just take on all of the increases is because having massive available credit can sometimes be calculated in debt servicing ratios.
If there's a secured line of credit.
Right.
So if there's a secured line of credit, that's a bit of a different story. But for credit cards and stuff like that, they don't
just
really
take
care.
it.
Yeah, just take it. Just take it.
So listen, I think I'm in agreement on all of this. I think that if you're currently, the other thing I would say is like, if you're currently in a position where your credit is being negatively impacted by something, the sooner you act to remedy it, the better.
Right.
And credit gets fixed just as fast as it gets damaged. So, like if you're sitting on a late payment and you think that your credit's torched, it's totally not.
Right.
And within a relatively short period of time, like 60 to 90 days, your credit score can really rebound. So
100%.
And I would say like for people who are kind of sitting at home worried about what's happening with their credit, the sooner they address it, the better.
Yeah. And then we got one more slide. What can you do to improve your credit score? Pay your debt on time. Keep your utilization under 30%. So if you have a $10,000 credit card, don't go higher than $3,000. Keep old accounts open. Don't apply for too many accounts at the same time. And review your credit report with a professional. It might be me. It might be Marcus. Credit assassins, I think we said it on a previous podcast. So whoever it is, just
probably not going to be me.
Probably not going to be you. Yeah, it'll be me. It'll be me. Or one of our other very capable agents at the office. So that was my podcast.
No, you did a great job.
You like that?
You did a great job. I would have liked to have seen more on the mortgage delinquencies and that increase since we are mortgage brokers.
Since we're a mortgage brokerage. I do have some other facts that I didn't throw in there, which I can throw at you right now.
Great.
New mortgage originations jumped 50% or 57% year over year. So instead of clients just renewing with their lender, mortgage originations, meaning moving your mortgage to another lender, 57% are refinancing year over year.
I guess that's a factor of all of the renewals.
The great renewal, they call it.
Yeah, the great renewal wave that came up. And perhaps the banks being more competitive, which is a good sign for consumers, right? Like banks clearly want your business right now and they want to scoop business from other banks, which is not always the case. So it's like, and we're seeing it in the market as well, right? Like the like whisper rates where there's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
discounted rate offered, and don't tell anybody, but we could, although we're publicizing this rate, we think we can get to this rate, and we can leverage those whisper rates across more lenders. Just if you're shopping for a mortgage, it's a great time. Obviously, you want to make sure that your credit's bulletproof, looking as good as possible, and that you qualify across the board, and the world is yours
The world is yours.
from a mortgage perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
That was great.
Good job.
See you next time.